Welcome back to the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. We are in opening day, and the men are just getting as many waves as they possibly can. FilipeToledo, Samuel Pupo, and Mick Fanning, the wild card, in the lineup.
Back here at Bells Beach, and what a great opening day, and what a great heat to open up for us.
And we saw some action during that break with Sammy Pupo getting on a couple of great turns to kick it off.
Yeah, Sammy's looking really strong out here, and he knows this has got to be a keeper, the Rip Curl Pro for him, and it's a great start.
All right, a couple of great turns, and then we saw Mick Fanning get off to an early start as well. Goes down, and this from FilipeToledo, got that nice check to start off with, gained some speed and momentum as he drove down the line and just continued going through that tail out, brought some progression into the game, and then he looked for this finishing section. It just continued to unfold for him, and we've got scores coming through across the board for those first waves in the exchange, and Filipe looking for that finishing section as well, as it goes a little bit soft for him there, and he's really lining it up, hoping to put on a bit of a show for the crowd down here at Bells, putting on that finishing touch. And what a way to start.
Oh wow, that's the first wave we've seen beach today.
That was so long.
Oh, this is a really long ride by FilipeToledo, and he's one of the pace setters on this year's World Tour.
Currently sitting at number 4 on the rankings. He's gotten himself off to a great start, so we're now waiting for the scores to come through. What did you think of that tail throw?
Mick Fanning now up and riding on his second wave.
The 4-time Bells champion, foam climb to start off with, drives around into a powerful punch on the second section. Looking really smooth, comfortable. That wave's not going to connect for him into the inside.
It wasn't a big throaty set like we saw in the last couple of heats. It was a medium set. This wave's got a lot of fluff about it. It's one of those one-off waves that carries a lot of chop with it and a lot of bump. And
great kickoff for the rookie, Sammy Pupo, opening up with a 7.5 and now sitting out the back with priority. Having a look at this one, he's got a great wall opening up in front of him. Nice check to start things off. Has so much speed as he negotiates that second section. We'll see if he's able to make it around. Straight up into the lip, nice and 12 o'clock. Now going for that big wrap as he comes into that softer section and now hopes for it to stand up again on the finish on the bowl, and he just gets taken out.
Yeah, just a bit of a misstep at the end there. It was looking like an excellent backup score.
FilipeToledo has dropped in a 5.83 for his opening wave that took him all the way to the beach. Mick Fanning with a 2.5 and a 0.87 for the 3-time world champion, now up and riding in. Mick Fanning goes for a big slide on the tail for that first turn. Now hoping for that wave to continue to open up for him, and here we go. A little bit of pocket for him to work with.
Yeah, it's really similar to his earlier rides. It's that first wave of the set. We saw FilipeToledo having a good look at that wave. Mick was always going to go because he's really got nothing in the bank. Samuel Pupo, kind of the underdog, got that 7.5. He's got a break on the guys, and FilipeToledo is such a dangerous character. Mick kind of just got caught up in that lip there a little bit.
Looking to just get things started for Mick Fanning. He's got a couple of 2s on the scoreboard so far. The 3-time world champion.
So this actually has a lot of relevance for Samuel Pupo's year.
Well, we're going to hear more about that in just a moment as we got some live action from Mick Fanning driving into that first turn. Looking for that second section now. Big wrap and just really engages the rail for Mick into a second big carve. Now setting it up nice and patient through to this inside section. Just getting some of those transitional maneuvers, and again, it just goes flat for him, so he's unable to find that powerful finish.
Fun and doing surf trips.
So true. As we take a look at this replay, what did you like about it?
Oh, I really like it. It's a much better looking wave. It's a smoother face. It's got a bit, gets that nice Mick Fanning painted wrap. As you said, this middle part here, obviously it goes into deeper water. There's not enough body in this wave itself to carry him through to the shorey to get that extra sort of half-point bonus.
But a few heats to make it through.
He's been very selective so far, Filipe. He had a look at the wave that Mick Fanning selected to go, and there's Mick fishing around that inside, getting a small to medium one.
Just the quick kick in and out. I like the use of that word fishing there. That's exactly what he's been doing, right? He's just been going for it. Mick Fanning up and riding, looking to better that 3.33 as his high score. He'll kick out on the inside. FilipeToledo still holding on to priority with that single leading 5.83 to keep him in that second position.
You know, we've seen these one-off sets, and FilipeToledo still not interested in having a look at this one-off wave as we see Samuel Pupo.
Driving down the line, looking for that first big section. Connects with the pocket on a great dynamic turn to start things off. Goes in for a big wrap on the second. Now eyeing it up as he comes through that inside section. He's got the bowl to handle. And what a great performance. Looking to increase on that 4.67 rabbit.
Yeah, well, that would be a really a key point for him right now. If he could get up in that 5.5 plus range, he'd just make a bit of daylight between him and second and third.
It is so impressive just finding his way on that one as we take another look here at Sammy Pupo.
Yeah, this Sammy's just looking really sharp. I really like the board under his feet. It just looks, it's got a lot of life in it. And he's surfing with a lot of intent in this heat, that's for sure.
Great finishing section that opened up in front of him.
Yeah, it did. It was just a nice little bow on that one. And
FilipeToledo now up and riding. Using priority on this one, getting a second wave under his belt. Smashes the turn and cutting back into the foam. Now looking for this inside section. He's going to put that little stall on and line it up well as he comes through. Looking to put that backup score on the board. Put the pressure on Mick Fanning. And he's got a softer section, but it's doing well to work his way through. And now looking for that big finish from FilipeToledo. He's feeling it. Yeah. Gives a look back to the beach. You can hear the claps coming through from the crowd. And that's going to put a big ask onto Mick Fanning sitting in that third position. As we take a look at this last one from FilipeToledo, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, this wave, Filipe, as I said, I don't think it'll go into above his 5.3, but it's just a neatly surfed wave, and you can see he's picking waves that have got enough body to carry him through to that inside shore break section, where he knows he's going to clean up and finish it up.
Mick now sitting with priority for the first time in this heat, 4 minutes on the clock, and he's going to let Sam go on this one. Nice big transition to start things off with. He's got so much speed coming down the line, drives off the bottom, throws that board straight out the back in a heavy section, down to 3 minutes 43 seconds on the clock, and Mick Fanning is sitting out the back all alone. As we see Mick Fanning having a look with one last opportunity. If anyone can get a near perfect score, it's Mick Fanning. As we take a look at this one, small size wave, gets a nice wrap to start off with, gets heaps of speed, checks up into the lip, and the foam climb to finish. He's going to stick with this one, maybe put on a finishing touch. It's looking like that opening section not amounting to what he would have been hoping for. And he'll put on the clean one to wrap it up. Down to the buzzer there, and Samuel Pupo with another score to drop through, but it's safe to say that him and FilipeToledo will be advancing through into the next round. We're going to take one last look at Mick Fanning.
Yeah, it's a small wave, as you said, Shannon. And again, this wave, it's sort of it's a pretty sloppy ride as far as the wave itself. He has to deal with this wider, and then he comes into this inside section. I feel he's just trying to get a little bit of rhythm going in his own surfing, and you know, he won't be stoked with that heat, but you know, like the conditions to be perhaps a little bit better for his second round, and also a bit more consistent. He just had one of those heats that didn't happen.
Samuel Pupo with the lead. FilipeToledo advancing through into the next round.